Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers are in Dallas to take on a very familiar opponent. These two teams have duked it out in some very long series in the first round of the playoffs over the last 5 years. It's the Luka and the Mavs trying to get the home victory over the Clippers. Luka and Kawhi exchanging buckets early. Just two great ones going to war. Leonard crossing up Dorian Finney-Smith and leaving with a bucket. We're tied at 24. Paul George knocking down the three. PG had 21 in this one. Ooh, buddy, how about Josh Green with the crossover of his own, leaving Norman Powell on the ground, turned the wrong way. That's not the position you want to be in as a basketball player. And then Spencer Dinwiddie didn't need to go past his guy to knock it down for three. Dallas up at the half. Third quarter, the Don just doing Don-like things. Luka going glass. He's so great in that painted area or anywhere close to it. Luka had 29 points. How about Morris looking and finding the right guy in this basketball game? It's Leonard for three. Back to the Don. Another day at the office. He's wide open, so why not? This time around, he's not open, but the same result is true. It's Luka for three. Clippers up by 6, though. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got to hoist that bad boy with the shot clock winding down, and give him credit, he knocks it down. 6-point game in the fourth. Clippers rely on their big two, and that is more than enough to get the job done in Dallas. Leonard, little boy day tomorrow, and then Leonard for three. Clippers get the 112-98 win behind Leonard's 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, Dallas has went 3-7 in their last 10 games, and, they're not in the greatest of places right now. And obviously, you don't want to be playing bad ball at the trade deadline if you're a player not named Luka Doncic, because you could be dealt. I don't know if Dallas will be big-time buyers at the deadline. My guess is they won't be. They've often been pretty quiet at these deadlines. They claim they've tried to make moves. We've heard rumblings, but nothing really ever gets finalized. And to be honest with you, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, I don't know if I'd make a move right now. I think I might stand pat. At the end of the day, Luka Doncic, and some of the Luka fans are going to think I'm joking, but I'm really not. Luka is a first-round legend. As long as the Dallas Mavericks make the playoffs, I don't care what team they end up going against. In the first round of the playoffs, unless it's Golden State, that's the one team. Unless it's Golden State, Luka is a handful in the first round of the playoffs. The person that the Nikola Jokic fans think he is, Luka's actually that in real life in the first round of the playoffs. Matter of fact, ironically, that Clippers team knows better than anybody over the last few years what he is like in the first round of the playoffs. I don't want to play him. I don't want that matchup. I don't want that smoke. I do not want to play Luka Doncic in the first round of the playoffs. So I think for Dallas, it is, can we get to the All-Star break as quick as possible without losing our season, right? Because right now, pretty much we know what I believe to be true is number one's going to be either Denver or Memphis, and obviously number two will be whoever doesn't get number one. I think those are the two teams that are going to be number one, number two out west. Doesn't mean I think they're the two best teams in the Western Conference. They're not my favorites to come out of the West, but the way they play, they're the two hardest. They play the hardest in the Western Conference night in, night out in the regular season right now. So I think they'll somewhat be 1-2 in the Western Conference when this season is over with. So now we're looking at 3 through 10. And right now, that's a free fall. Dallas is right there in the thick of things. I could easily see them overtaking the Kings for the 3 seed. I could easily see them stepping back to the 7 or 8 seed. It just all depends on if they can get going. Luka's usually a second half of the year type of player, but this time around, Luka came into the season, to me, in shape and ready to go out the gate, leading the league in scoring. So my question is, does Luka fall back in the second half? He's had a couple of nights shooting the ball that have been kind of rough for him as of late. But again, he's still leading the league in scoring, a phenomenal player, and literally pretty much gives Dallas a chance to win more times than not. So, I mean, I don't know. If I'm Dallas right now, I think I'd probably stand pat at the deadline. I was looking at something. The Dallas Mavericks are the 8th highest salary team in the league right now. Does it feel like that to you? Does it feel like Dallas is paying top 10 money when you look at their roster? And I like some of their pieces. I'm probably one of the biggest Tim Hardaway Jr. fans you'll find. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I like Christian Wood. But the Dallas Mavericks don't have a second star. And Wood has been really good. Again, the Dallas Mavericks still, though, they don't have a second real star on their team right now. And to be the 8th highest salary, if you go through and look at the other teams that are in that conversation, most of them have second. Some of those teams in that top 10 and highest salaries paid out, they got 3 stars on their team. So I'm looking at that team like I don't know what they do to get better right now. They can't bring in a lot of salary. They're going to be right there over the cap without trading something out. You can do a 1-and-1. I don't know if the Mavs are ready to give up on some of that nucleus right now. I don't think they are. I would give Christian Wood at least one playoff run with Luka. I definitely would do that. And the problem with trading somebody like Tim Hardaway Jr. or Spencer Dinwiddie, can you really get equal value for what they give you? And with how well they play off Luka, I don't know. I don't think so. Unless you could bring in a star, which I don't think Tim Hardaway Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie, they bring you in a star. Your picks don't really equal to nothing because you're always good enough where you're going to be a team. You're going to be top 6, top 7 out west, which puts you right in the thick of things to be out of the lottery. You're going to be around 20, drafting around 20. Your picks ain't the most tasty. I think the Mavs stand pat at a deadline, even though their last 10 games would tell you that they maybe needed to make a move.